Today on Ask This Old House.
In Colorado, I'll help a family build a brand new swing set exactly the way they want it. And we can get some hand and footholds to make it like a rock wall climbing up.
That sounds pretty great.
I'll show you how to make your own sawhorses with material from the scrap pile.
Not more than 20 minutes of labor, nice and sturdy.
It'll last a lifetime.
Nice job, Nathan.
Thank you.
I like that.
And in Future House, I'll visit a factory in New Hampshire to see how robotics are changing home construction.
The CNC cutting and shaping machine is really key to everything that we're doing. It does all the cutting, shaping, drilling, notching for every part, piece that goes into the building.
For projects around the house, Home Advisor helps find local pros to do the work. You can check ratings, read customer reviews, and book appointments with pros online at homeadvisor.com. Home Advisor is proud to support Ask This Old House.
Hi, Jim.
Hey, Tom, welcome to Colorado.
Thank you. Nice to be here. This is quite a neighborhood you have here.
Oh, thank you.
What brought you to this part of the country?
Well, my wife and I moved here in 2013, right after we got married. And then in 2016, we decided to buy a house. She was very pregnant at the time, so we didn't have a lot of chance to do upgrades to the house.
Okay.
But my son's birthday is coming up, and we wrote hoping that you might be able to help us with a swing set in the back.
Well, I think I can do that. Why don't you lead me the way, take us this way,
All right.
and we'll take a look and see what you have.
You're smiling.
Tommy, this is my wife, Valerie.
Hi, Valerie. How are you?
Tommy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
And
see
who
you.
is this?
Oh, this is Charlie.
Hi, Charlie. Are you going to slide down the slide for me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. I'm ready. Set, go. Whoa! All right. How about a high five? Oh,
Good job.
all right.
Yeah.
So I take it this is the slide that you want to upgrade?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. As you can see, Charlie's kind of outgrown it.
Yeah, and they grow up fast, don't they? All right, so what's your idea of what you want to do?
So we're looking for a swing set with a slide built in, and we're thinking putting it back in the back third of the grass here. But the problem is we've got a slope and a pitch to the yard, and we don't know how to take care of that.
Yeah, it definitely does have a pitch and a slope. I think having it back here where you want it, parallel to the fence, because the slope is pretty gradual there. We do have some steepness here, but
Right.
if you guys both want to help out, do we have anybody that can take care of Charlie?
Yep.
All right, why don't they get some tools and we can get started.
Sounds
good.
good.
All right, Jim, here's what I want to use to build your swing set. And it starts with this kit right here that I got at the home center for a little under $100. And in the kit, we have a couple of swings, a set of rings, and all the hardware and brackets that you need to mount it to the wood. Now, you can always add a slide or a climbing wall later, or maybe even another swing on the other side, but it gives you that option. Now, the wood frame obviously doesn't come with the kit. We're going to use Western red cedar, which is really a nice wood for outdoors. It weathers nice and it holds up to the weather, and it'll get a nice weathered gray over time.
Oh yeah, it smells and looks great.
Yeah. We're going to start by marking the locations for all the holes that we have to drill across the top beam that's going to carry our swings and to our A-frame. We'll need to make sure that the marks are in the center of the beam, and then we can drill the holes. It's important that the drill stays square in both directions, so we'll use a speed square to guide it. Okay, now I want you to pull it up. That empties out the twist. Keep going. Pull it right up, empty it out. All right, now go back in again. So that just cleaned out the drill. See? Perfect. Nice job. I flipped the beam over, and now we can install the T-nuts that will hold the hardware that holds the swing. I'll just slide them in, and then you can drive them home with the hammer.
All right.
There you go. Okay, so now we're just going to tip it on its side like that. And we're going to take these brackets that are going to hold our swings, and we're going to thread those up through the hole. So the first thing I need to do is take this square washer, put it on there like that, and push it into the hole and screw it into the T-nut. All right, so we have them on. That's good. Okay, so now we're going to just tip it up, and we're going to take a screwdriver and put it in there, right in here. We're going to use the screwdriver as leverage, and we'll bring it around and turn it. And what's going to happen, we have to make sure we keep this slot now in that eye. That's going to come around like this. Once we get down in there, it's going to dig into the wood. Just like that. Got a little more right there. Oh, all right, so that's good, yeah. All right, so our slot is holding it, and that's great. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these screws, so our bracket will stay in place, and we're gonna screw through each hole and put 4 screws.
All right.
Okay, up on top on this one. Our structure is made of 3 A-frames. Perfect. The legs of each are 4x4s with a 2x6 across. After I build one, we use that as a template to build the others. Perfect.
Yeah, I'd like to try.
All right, right there. Nice and slow on your start. The 2x6 braces are secured to the 4x4s using 4-inch screws. This bracket that comes with the kit holds the legs together at the top and attaches it to the crossbeam. Good, another one here. Let's load them up. On one end of the swing set, we need to build a platform for the top of the slide. I want to leave a little gap between the boards to allow the rainwater to run out and also for the boards to swell.
This will look great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the idea. Now you walk down that side. Our platform will be supported by 2 of the A-frames using more of the 4-inch screws. We'll pivot it right around, just like that. Perfect. We'll put it up here like this. Nice. All right, let's carry this last A over here through. Now this A is going to go this way, like that. All right, good. And I'm going to slide this carriage bolt through here and through this first hole. Let me get it in there first. Slide it through. Now I can get a nut and a washer started on this one. Okay, now we'll get the other one in. Okay, get another nut and washer on that one. And I'll tighten that up. Okay, Valerie, you want to go around the other side and pick that 4x6 up. Pull it in. Hold it, not too fast. Okay, now let's get the other 2 on. That's good. All right, I think we're ready to tilt it up.
Okay.
So you grab that A-frame there, put your foot right on the bottom. You're gonna have to pull hard on that A, and you and I will push this up on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, how about that right there? All right, let's take a look, see how it looks. Now, it is following the slope of the land. You can see it coming down this way and pitching forward just a little bit this way. Now, I can level it, and we can do it a couple of different ways. We can cut the back legs off as needed, or you can dig holes and put it in the ground that way. If I cut the legs and we put it there, that means you're limited on where you can put this on the land. You can never move it.
Yeah. I don't know about you, Valerie, but I think it looks really great where it is.
I think it's positioned well, and it seems like it'll still be sturdy and safe right there.
And if you want to level it later, you can always dig a couple of holes in the back and just push it down a little bit.
We can do that.
That works.
All right, good. Let's finish it up. Let's add some 2x4s for railings at the top of the platform.
All right, it's all yours, lady.
Now here's the slide that I picked. I picked the bumpy one, so I don't know if Charlie would like that, but they have a couple of different ones to choose from, but I think he'd like that.
He loves to bounce.
The top of the slide just screws in place to the platform, but I'm adding some stakes in the ground to keep the bottom of the slide from slipping. All right, that's it for the slide. Now to get to the slide, I think we have a couple of different options. We can take some 2x like this and place like one here, maybe another here, and another one down here to make a ladder to climb up. Or we can take a bunch of them and put them close together all the way down and we can get some hand and footholds to make it like a rock wall climbing up.
Well, that sounds pretty great.
Yeah, we are in Colorado.
All
Sounds
right,
about
let's
right.
do that. Hey, what do you think? You like that swing set?
Pretty cool, huh, Charlie?
Oh boy, look at that. Here you go. Ready, set. Whoa! All right, high five. Yay!
Charlie, can you say thank you, Tommy?
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for coming to Colorado and helping us. We really appreciate it.
It was my pleasure, and it's a lot of fun.
Let me guess, Nathan. You don't like plastic sawhorses.
They don't last on the job site.
What do you like?
I like these. This is the model me and my dad have. We carry these in our vans. It's a trick he picked up back in the day when he was doing a lot of stairs. The framers would leave the temporary treads on. He'd pull those off.
That's this stock?
Yep, this one by stock.
No kidding.
And then with any home renovation, you always have a bunch of hinges left over.
And so that's what's going on right there.
Pretty simple, pretty cheap.
You guys making a new sawhorse after every job. All right, let's build some.
All right. The nice thing about these sawhorses are they're very customizable. But to keep it simple, I'm going to cut 8 pieces at 32 inches, and that'll build us one sawhorse.
So you're using pressure treated here.
We are. If we're not grabbing scrap off the job site, then we should make it out of pressure treated material. It'll last a lot longer.
You can use them outside, no problem, right?
Yep, they'll withstand the elements. Now that we have our 4 legs cut, I'll just do a simple layout, just one cross piece, flush across the top, come up 7 inches, strike a line, square, and then that's our bottom piece.
Okay.
Now we're ready to put some hinges on. Traditionally, when you're putting a hinge on a door, you always have the butt hanging out. But what I like to do is set it below about 1/8. That way, if you're ripping some stalks and plywood, you're not going to hit it with your saw blade. So I'm going to do that just by setting the combination square to 1/8, striking a line across.
You're a big fan of that combination square.
I am. It's great to have. For a project like this where you're doing a lot of constant lines, you just set it once and keep striking. Then we'll pre-drill all the holes. That'll make it easier to install the hinges. These are just zinc-coated 1 1/4" screws.
Good.
Yep. All right. I want to find the center and the bottom rail and just put 2 holes for my 550 cord. Straight line. All right.
So what's the story with this?
This is 550 cord. I used to use it all the time in the Navy. It's really easy to get. You can get it at the surplus store for about $5 for 200 yards, and it holds quite a load. All right, little square knot, left over right, right over left. Pull it tight, and there it is.
I love it. All right, let's have a look at it.
All right.
Some leftover materials from the job site. Not more than 20 minutes of labor. Nice and sturdy.
It'll last a lifetime.
Nice job, Nathan.
Thank you.
I like that.
There's a good chance your house was built right on site. But it's likely that everything inside your house was built in a factory. Furniture, televisions, light switches, carpeting, you name it, even the car in your driveway. Chances are, if it's a new item, it was probably built in a factory by a robot. Could we one day live in comfortable, high-performance homes built by robots in factories? Well, I'm headed to Key, New Hampshire to meet a home builder that thinks so. Hey, Ted.
Hey, Ross, how are you?
Great to see you.
Good to see you.
You've worked with this old house on many projects over the years, most recently 10 years ago on the Weston project.
Yeah, actually, the Weston project was a favorite one for us too, and always fun to work with this old house. All of the Weston house was built right here in these facilities.
Okay.
So that brings back good memories.
Ted has always been known as a high-end home builder, but he's also started working on how to make high-performance, energy-efficient homes affordable for more people. That's meant investing heavily in automated manufacturing technology in a brand new facility. The key to running that automated machinery starts with some very sophisticated software.
It begins here with the design. And a designer like Curtis is working with the customer requirements, meeting their site, their budget, their program, that is number of bedrooms, bathrooms, space requirements. large kitchen, small kitchen, etc. Sure. And he's able to design and assemble, or what we call compose a building to their requirements.
How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms? I assume.
Exactly. But we do that out of a standard kit of parts. So the components, that is the bathrooms and the kitchens and the stairways and the floor plans, are all more or less standardized so that Curtis can then pick from a menu and compose a building that's custom, but all the parts are standardized. And from there, we go into what we call virtual fabrication, where we're essentially doing digital carpentry to complete the building.
Can I see that?
Absolutely. So Curtis sends the 3D model over here to Keith, who's one of our virtual fabricators. And the first thing he's going to do is actually break the panelization down as to how the building's going to be assembled on site.
Gotcha.
And that's the same way they're going to be produced, you know, in our production shop. Now, they are very sophisticated, including a lot of building science, a lot of engineering, a lot of research. So it's really important that we get that right, and it's also real complicated. But it is a pre-programmed algorithm. And so basically what Keith is doing is deploying that algorithm automatically through the plan, and then all the information, you know, comes through without Keith having to deploy it a piece at a time.
So he's assigning the properties of a wall to be your 2x8 wall, and it will populate, put studs and everything. That's all part of the algorithm.
Exactly.
Wow.
Including, you know, the vapor barriers and the air barriers, every part, every piece, every nail.
That's really cool.
So from here, all of this information is then sent to our production machines just down the street.
All right. I can't wait to see those.
Ross, welcome to our new manufacturing plant.
Look at this. How big is it?
It's about 110,000 square feet.
Okay.
And we have 30 people or so operating the production line. And also, there are about 12 machines getting their instructions from the software you just saw.
So where does the process start?
It starts over here.
All right.
So here's our inventory. And just like on a job site, it's all stacked and ready to go, except here, we're in a warm, climate-controlled environment.
Right.
And so it's all well protected.
Okay. And there's a machine here that's going to pick the wood?
It picks the wood and loads the machine for what we need to cut next. And Ross, you'll also notice most of our material is engineered, glue lam or TJI, that kind of thing, because the machine really wants that kind of precision for the accuracy it can achieve.
And it's stronger.
And it's much stronger as well. Once all the material is loaded on the machine, it goes here. This CNC cutting and shaping machine is really key to everything that we're doing. It does all the cutting, shaping, drilling, notching for every part, piece that goes into the building.
So all cutting and drilling is made here.
And the precision is what we count on. What happens here controls the precision for the rest of the process. The last operation of the machine is an inkjet printer, and that's really important because, as you can see, with this label, we now know where in the building it goes.
I mean, this is like ready to assemble furniture.
Exactly, except this furniture is livable. And over here is the wall assembly. And as you can see, there's a top plate that Alex has already pulled in. Bottom plate is on the right. The wall will be assembled on the flat. He'll be pulling in the studs one at a time, the window and door openings one at a time, and then the machine takes over and nails everything, positions everything so it's accurate, square.
Wow. And all through that same software.
All through the same software.
Cool.
After the wall is framed, it comes over to this station where the sheathing is applied.
Okay.
Zach's going through a process here where he'll be applying the construction adhesive. Then he'll be able to pick up the last piece of sheathing with this vacuum lift.
Got it.
And that saves his back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that makes it easy.
Yeah, it makes it easy. And then the multifunction bridge takes over and will automatically do all the nailing, trim the rough opening and the perimeter of the panel so it's finished.
Wow, look at that thing go. That's quick.
It is quick and accurate. Then the wall moves down the line to the butterfly table where it is then flipped over to expose the open bays to blow the insulation in. This is our insulation delivery machine. That hopper is filled with cellulose insulation, and it goes through the agitator into this plate where it's delivered into each stud bay. So the way this works is there's a recipe for each size stud bay based on the volume. And so the machine already knows how much insulation to put into that stud bay to get the correct density, so we have dense pack and therefore don't get any settling.
Got it, got it. It gives you good quality control to make sure you got each bay filled to the right amount.
And it's really important for the performance of the insulation that we can depend on that quality.
It's a great insulating material, it really is.
After the walls are sheathed on both sides and taped, we use an upraising table to lift them into this gantry. And here's where we do the finish work, including the installation of windows and doors. And as you see, Toby's using this robotic vacuum machine to lift a very, very heavy window.
Well, that's easy on your back right there. What kind of windows you guys using?
Well, we're always using triple glazed windows to match our energy performance. Once we've completed the panels in the factory, then they're bundled in this shrink wrap. And they're staged in the bundles in the order that they're needed on the job site. And our goal is to be able to assemble a building in just 3 or 4 days and get to that weather-tight shell really quickly.
Gotcha. How many buildings are we looking at?
Well, I know these don't look like houses, but there
Sure
are
don't.
there are 8 to 10 houses out here.
Wow.
At this point, ready to go.
Well, I'm really impressed with the level of machinery that you have in there, the precision, the speed at which you can manufacture these panels. I mean, it's really amazing. One of the questions I do have to ask is, do you think those machines are taking away jobs that could be filled by the average worker?
Well, we look at it a little differently. You know, these are good jobs with really good people who have good training and good skills, and that's important. And our goal is just to plain use these factory conditions to raise the quality of building.
Sure.
And to be able to do more so that we can bring to the American public a better product more consistently.
Like any consumer good.
Like any consumer good.
Yeah.
You know, nearly everything that the consumer buys has been built in a factory or made in a factory. The missing link is the home itself.
That's right, that's right. Well, Ted, always great to see you. Thank you so much for the tour. You're always 2 steps ahead, so keep it going.
Thank you much, Ryan.
All right, awesome.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.